Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's a box and I'm going to unbox it. This is again going to be just a bit of a fun video. This is an order I put through from Action Airsoft. Are they based in Hong Kong? Action Airsoft, are they based in Hong Kong? I feel like they're based in Hong Kong or Thailand or Taiwan, and I am pretty sure it's Hong Kong. I think it was like Tiger. Yeah. No, Action Airsoft is based in Taiwan. There we go. Caught myself, silly boy. They are in Kaohsiung City in Taiwan. So a bit of a different place for me to like normally order from. Normally it's a lot of like Hong Kong based retailers that I order from if it's like from abroad. So this is pretty cool. It's actually one of those orders where, you know, like you add like little things over time and you're like, okay, it's not worth me shipping this, you know, or paying shipping for like this one item, but when your cart gets to a certain size or it has something you need and then there's still some items in the cart, you're like, okay, right, I'm gonna go and order it. So this, I think I actually put together this order maybe like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, and it was one of those ones where it had a couple of the items weren't in stock, so it like delayed, and they were like, okay, look, we need to wait for these items to come in stock. Now the items that were supposed to come in stock were for this. So I think we've got a couple of items for this guy in here, and this was the main thing. This is actually not the VFC one, but I ordered one of the VFC KS1 suppressors from Action, and unfortunately I think they were just very delayed. So in the end we went through and we cancelled that item, but the rest of it all shipped. So this should be a couple of items for the KS1 plus some other stuff. So it's not a mystery box because I ordered it, but it's one of those where it's like, oh, I ordered just a load of bits and pieces. So I'm going to unbox it. We're going to go through it and we'll kind of see what there is. This was pretty quick in terms of shipping once it was shipped out. Look at that. That's very nice. Nice Action Airsoft sticker. We'll put it here. I keep putting stickers down and they get like knocked off. So I'll put it down, but I'm expecting that most of these will come off. Action actually have a different like ordering way as well, which I kind of like and I kind of don't like. Basically, when you make an order and you make a cart, it emails you saying like, thank you for your order, but you don't actually like give or submit payment until they send you like a separate PayPal link. So they'll then send you a link. I'm going to put it right here so you guys can see it right there. They'll send you like a separate PayPal link once they've like processed the order, just to make sure like the amounts are right, they've got everything. And so that's kind of good because it means that you're not being charged like unnecessarily and then having to be like reimbursed if they don't have certain items. But also like I messaged them a few times being like, hey, like when can I check out? Because there are some of these items that I really want. And if there's like 1 or 2 items that are holding back, like I'd rather just cancel those items and pay the shipping and get everything sent. So we have, this is one of the first things, which is a lens protector. Yep, for the HS. This is by RHD, proudly made in Taiwan. So I don't know who the maker is. Well, I know it's RHD, but I don't know what the actual... So it looks like RHD is the brand name. It's not like a moniker for something. But this is a lens protector for my HS510C from HoloSun. So again, these sights, they're like a couple of $100 per sight, and I hate putting some like big plastic ugly thing there. But having something which actually is going to like cover the front of the sight and make it look still the same is really important to me, because it's so annoying to have a sight shot out, and these sights aren't made to take an airsoft BB like straight in terms of the hit to it. So these I think are really valuable. It's kind of one of those like things like insurance where you can go without it, but that one time when you don't have it, it probably is going to... I don't know why I just put this back on. It's very nicely packaged, I will say. They've like bubble wrapped each individual item. Okay, so next we have a couple of things in here, it feels like. Really nicely packaged items. Okay, so this is a nozzle, and I think that this is for... I think one of these is for my APFG MPX, and one is for my APFG MCX. And I would say the MCX is going to be the longer one because there are 2 nozzles there, and the MPX is going to be shorter. I just want to get one of these because I bought one of the aftermarket aluminium nozzles in my MPX-K, or the Copperhead like that I built out, and it just slices BBs. I don't know why. Well, I do, because it's the nozzle end's too hard, obviously, and it's just slicing through stuff. But if you look here, it's got a purple nozzle in the end here, and it looks great, or you think it's going to be great, but actually it's just not seating right. And like, because it's aluminium, I think it doesn't have the give that you have with like other, like with a plastic nozzle. So you always think like, oh, I want a metal nozzle over a plastic one. I don't think that's the case. So I actually bought one of those for this. So that, I believe, is going to be me replacing that with that real part. It's from APFG. I actually messaged them about getting like a fully built bolt for my APFG MPXK. Apparently they don't have them, or they can't get them, so that's kind of annoying, but they do have other parts, which is great. Now this is a replacement nozzle for my Spear LT, the APFG MCX Spear LT. The nozzle just isn't moving right, and I think it's the nozzle return spring that's gone. So I was going to take it apart, change out the nozzle, like the bolt, the nozzle return spring, all of that. But I actually was like, okay, well, if they sell a separate nozzle with the nozzle return spring already installed, I'm going to go down that route. And so that was kind of, this order was great, where it was like, I need this piece, I need this piece, I need this piece. Next, I'm going to have to go back through the order and like look at which one's which, because these are all a bunch of little screws. Okay, so this is great. These are these like AccuWedges that APFG put into their MCXs and MPXs. And it's basically goes between the upper and the lower behind the like rear retainment pin. And I think it works in quite a few like other actual replicas as well. But all that does is basically just sits there. So that pin's on top, and it just, the give between the upper and the lower, it eliminates it. And so I've taken that one and put it into other replicas. So whenever I'm making an order, if someone's got some of these, I'll just order them. You can use real steel ones, but I find that they're too solid. Like, it's an airsoft replica. It's not supposed to have like a real hard rubber thing that's built for like real recoil. So these are perfect. They're like a couple of dollars each as well. So that's a good little order. This similarly, I need to go through and look at what it is. Shall I do that quickly? I'm going to go through so that we can actually see what this is from Action Airsoft. Because I need to, this will be a few videos coming out after this where I'm going to be basically doing the like fixing, you know, where it's like, okay, I need to fix this element of this guy. That's not there. This was delivered from ProAct. ProAct is what they go under. So maybe it's going to be under that in my email. Searching through my email inbox now. ProAct. Sometimes I don't know if you guys find this, like if you have a like a Mac, but like my mail system on my phone is way better than it is on my Mac. My Mac can just sometimes for some reason just doesn't sync as fast. It doesn't search properly. ProAct. Let's see if we've got that. Okay. I'll just search Action Airsoft. Sorry guys, it's a bit slow. But I feel like if I just say this is a spring, you're probably going to get annoyed. So Action Airsoft online store, and the order, that's just the tracking number, which is now delivered. So that's great. I think it did get a little bit delayed. I've had a few things recently that have been very delayed. In terms of tariffs, I did have to pay tariffs on this as well, guys. So that might be another one that you have questions about. Okay, so for this one, we have the APFG nozzle guide screw, which is this one. So that's going to be the screw which basically puts the MCX's nozzle inside the bolt. So that's in case that one like gets damaged as I'm taking out the thing. I was like, you know what, it's like $2. I think it was 30 Taiwanese or NT. So I don't know what that is in. I think it's about 10 to 1, something like that. It's about $3. This was, the AccuWedges were like about $2.50 each. So I think that's $2.50. APFG losing nozzle for the MPX. So that was right. These are APFG hop-up chamber lock screws. These ones. So that's just going to be for the Spear LT. So in case I need to look at that, or actually works with the MPX. So it's for any of them, just in terms of the hop-up, so I can check through that. Okay, so this is the big one of these, which is the screws for, is that it? This one here. It's the screw for the hammer connecting level for MCX and the gas blowback. So I think that one on my other one, it's just come loose. It's just sheared off slightly. And that's why I'm getting a bit of an issue with my bolt feed on that APFG Spear LT. So that was one of the main pieces that I needed, which is going to be good. And then an APFG gas block screw for the MCX gas blowback. So again, just screws in case something goes wrong. It's always the thing, you'll like order a part, you'll change it out, you'll remove a bit, you'll damage something, you'll put something in, you'll damage it, and then you're like, I need another part to do it. It's the problem with tech work that is a real issue. Then we also have this, which is the VFC feed nozzle return spring for gas blowback series. So this is another just nozzle return spring separately. So if that one doesn't work or gets damaged, or I can replace the one that I think is damaged on this one, then we're all good. And then that was the NPAS loading nozzle group for the APFG MCX. So it also has an NPAS in it. I can't remember if the original has an NPAS. There are a couple of other little things in here, it looks like, which is this, which I'm quite excited about, which is a adjustment tool for the hop-up of the VFC KS1. Now, this is their new series. So basically, at the moment, like they've got a new way of adjusting the hop, which is going through this bolt. There is a little area there apparently where you can put a little Allen key in, presumably that same thickness as this little end piece here. But this basically allows me to, and I'll need to work out how I put this in here, but this basically allows me to put this in and adjust it as I say that. Now I've like rotated it and lost it. This isn't great. This looks like it can get stuck very easily. Okay, not too easily. But apparently I can put this in here. Okay, and then that's gone in. So I can basically twist this to adjust the hop. And I can feel that rotating now. It's almost like an angled hop adjuster, which apparently it doesn't come with the gun, which I think a lot of people were very angry about. They were like, okay, well, this doesn't really make sense that this doesn't, the replica kind of needs this new tool. Yes, you can make it work with like a little by itself, what do you call it, Allen key or hex key, but why didn't they just include this in? And I don't know, but they were waiting for that for a while. That arrived, and that was part of what delayed it, as well as the other part, which was the suppressor. The suppressor we cancelled, and that again was kind of an advantage of them not having done the order and like charged me early, was that they didn't have to like refund. They could just say, great, we're done. That's all you need. Okay, so that was one of the other things. What else do we need? I think there was one thing which I was expecting in here, which I'll check. Oh, it's here, sorry. So this is another spring. Oh, I've just taken you off the thing. Let me make sure we're still recording. Yeah, so this is one of the springs again. That one was a feed nozzle return spring. So that's the nozzle return spring in there for the end of it for an MP5 V2 gas blowback. And I think I'd left that in my cart because I don't have an MP5 V2 and I was planning on getting one. So I'll put this to one side. It's always good to have another spring. But that was something where I was like, okay, I'm going to order an MP5. Didn't order it, left it in my cart. Not a big deal. Cost of that was $3. So yeah, not a big deal. And these things are the other things that we were waiting for, which are, you may be able to guess by the size of the box or what it looks like. Build up, build up, build up. These are things I only have one of. And the one came with the replica I have. You can always tell these VFC things from this. But these are the VFC mags, and this is their new version, which is the tan. Like that VFC KS1 will take any of the old mags as well, the like standard gas VFC mags, but they didn't used to make this, which is the like FDE tan color. And I think the KS1 looks so much better with an FDE tan magazine in it than with the black one, which is the one they used to only make. So I was like, right, I need to order a couple of these. I actually only have 3 of them, so a total of 4. But that should be enough to like run on my front of my plate carrier. I'll have my 3 spare mags, 1 in the actual replica. And then if I really need, well, I will need extras, but I'll have my 2 like black ones on my belt. I'll order another one of these, but these were selling out everywhere. It was like one of those where they only can make so many so quickly. And I think so many people wanted this, or they just wanted an FDE Gen 3 mag. And so it's a really nice feel, this. Like a really, really nice feel to it. They're just fairly lightweight, but enough like stonk to them. It just, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but the texture's like really, really nice. So it should be the identical one that came with my KS1. Throw this stuff away. Packaging material. Let me put that there. Let me just compare it. Whoa, that shoulder, mine, is not looking too good right now. Yeah, so this is exactly the same. So these are the mags. They have the stop on empty like switch there, so you can turn it off if you want to, and then just run them as dry fire. But this thing now is, I think, looking very, very cool. I'm actually about to do a video. I'm going to switch this out, this Reptilia socket. Like, I love the idea of it. It's just super uncomfortable where it is. I just keep like clipping it, so I'm going to put it in my mag pull. But that'll be in the next video. And so stay tuned. There'll be a video basically reviewing this versus the Well Pro, reviewing the Well Pro by itself, and then probably, I don't know if I'll do a full review video on this one specifically, because there's already a lot out there now after I did my first unboxing. So I'll probably just kind of like do like, you know, just little updates and kind of do comparison stuff, and maybe just build videos. But there will be a lot more like KS1 content coming very soon. Thank you guys so much. I will see you very soon on the next video. Have a great day wherever you are. Goodbye.